There we go. So we're streaming. Yay. Okay, time to share this shit. All right. Yep. I'm gonna play the game now. So I'm going to do a new game. And I'm going to start with the model L. Yeah. So yeah, this is the Cosmoteer Demo. It's the old Cosmoteer Demo. So it's like from a few years ago. It's the classic Cosmoteer Demo, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I hope at least. So first what I'm going to do is modify the model L. Get a heavy laser in it. Heavy laser is a better weapon. It's a pretty good weapon. What I'm also going to do is, it's gonna need some extra crew, so I'm gonna add some extra crew. Gonna need some more extra crew, so there we go. Let's add more crew then. I'm going to also add a bit of armor, because with armor you can make your thing look good. You know, it looks pretty good. Yes. And pretty soon we'll start fighting the baddies. So there are going to be some baddies on the map here. Right here. I'm going to fly towards them. And I'm going to attack them. These are the pretty easy ones. After all, you need a bit of money first before you can really start the game. I'm going to first contact the reactor, because if you hit the reactor, it's that. If you hit the reactor, it explodes usually. So I'm going to go to the next baddie, and that's basically the entire game. It's just fighting the baddies and building the aircraft. Yeah, that's basically the idea. So first I'm going to disable the weapon on this one first, because that's basically in front. If you take out the control room, which is this one, the craft will not have any steering left, so it will just start to wander. And yeah, the reactor core just explodes the entire thing. Not always, but usually with these smaller ones, you can pretty much hit the reactor core and the entire thing explodes. So yeah, I only have one left. And after that, I'm going to modify this craft again. So for this one, I'm going to do the control room first, because it's just right ahead. And then the reactor core is right in line with that, and then it's dead. So you can also rename your ships. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And the designer, and you can add a description. Spacecraft, of course. Of course, spacecraft. I'm a spoon. And you can paint the spacecraft. So I'm just going to make this just this, I guess. And you can add decals. I'm just going to remove these decals because I don't really like how they look. And so that's basically the entire game. The full game, which isn't a demo, which you can buy for like 20 euros, that has a lot more gameplay. Like you can mine asteroids and that kind of stuff. Add 69. Okay. Okay, I'll add 69. There you go. And then we're going to save the ship in my model catalog. This is not made by me. Okay, so to continue the modification of the spaceship, we also have cannons and railguns. If you install an ammo factory, that ammo factory pretty much has the same effect as blowing up your reactor core. It's going to basically cause a big explosion. These factories as well, same idea. And you have a missile launcher. You have shield generator. I like these. I like to put these in my things. But I'll have to delete the control room for that first. And the lasers. You see these red and yellow areas. They're basically the prohibited areas. You can't build there. That's pretty unfortunate. But that's basically how it goes. Every weapon and such needs an area in which it can fire. And that's just pretty important. So next what I'm going to do is add a bigger thruster, and it also looks like we're going to need a bigger reactor core. So medium reactor core. We don't have a lot of personnel for this one. These are not good. Because you need I can add personnel all I want, but ultimately the more personnel you add, the more room that takes up. And I like having armor in my spaceships, so they don't blow up as quickly. So having to add a lot of bunks, it's not really ideal. Yeah. That's enough crew. And I'm going to add more armor into the rear of the spaceship. I'm just really used to saying aircraft, since what I used to do was fighter aircraft tournaments on Kerbal Space Program, which, well, they're a bit different compared to this. That's just, this is going to block my weapons, so I can't do that. But this is a pretty weird aircraft, spacecraft. I'm going to do that more. If these fire extinguishers, by the way, they extinguish the fires with the crew. It's pretty important. And you can also configure your crew for special tasks. So I'm going to do that really quickly. These people are going to have a priority of operating the weapons and not much else. They're not going to supply any batteries. That's the idea here. I like doing this because you'll have an appointed crew. So this is for the heavy laser. I'm gonna need another 2 for the electrobolts. There you go. So that's going to be all of the personnel. I still need to name the role. There we go. So those are going to be the weapon dudes. And their absolute priority is operating the weapons. Oh no. Oh right, need a control room as well. Completely forgot about that. Typical. I'm going to place this to the side because that'll allow passage to the weapons and shit. That's pretty important. Yeah. Because otherwise you can't fire your weapons if you don't have access to firing them. I'm also going to need an FTL drive. The faster than light drive. Where am I going to place that? I can actually do this and then put the control room here. That's going to cut into my crew a little bit. And of course you just removed 2 of your weapon specialists, so going to have to assign 2 more of those. Yeah, we're pretty much ready to leave again. Leave to the next sector with the FTL jump. So, I'm not going to stream for long here. In about 45 minutes, the 24 Hours of Le Mans pre-show will start. And if you know me, you know that I am a big fan of motorsport, so that's what I'm going to be watching after doing this stream. And here we have our first enemy. Control room is right up ahead, so that's what I'm going to take first. You of course have shield, so you don't really have to worry about his fire rate too much. Because if you keep your shields replenished, if you keep your shields up, you basically can't damage the front of this. So that's pretty cool. Destroy this. You know, I think this is still a little bit of a small spaceship, so I'm going to expand it a bit. Turn the symmetry on again. Add some armor. Armor very important. Gonna help make the spacecraft safe. I'm going to do that so much. The backup thrusters, I'm going to delete those. Replace them with standard thrusters. I'd like to have them there. Additional corridor. For backup thrusters. Right. We don't have additional weaponry yet, so maybe that would be handy. So I'm going to add some more. These lasers don't just fire in a straight line, they fire basically in this arc, this red arc that you can see on the screen here, that's where they can fire. So yeah, it's going to fire. It's going to fire ahead as well, so that's good. Crew, we're gonna need more crew again, and that's basically the difficulty of this game, is balancing your crew effort and balancing the amount of crew and how big you have your spacecraft, and yeah, how much crew you need. It's not really a difficult game, especially because I'm playing on the lowest difficulty level, but it's still pretty fun to play, so that's why I'm playing it. I played this like several years ago as well, not for a live stream or a channel or anything, but just for fun, because I saw a friend played it, and I wanted to play it because it seemed pretty interesting, and I mean it is interesting, so I mean that's why I'm playing it right now, because I started it up like yesterday and I had some fun again, so that's why I wanted to play, stream, and show you all the game. I'm going to save the ship design as stream 2 this time, because it's upgraded, so it's not the stream 1 anymore. And as you progress in the game, you can, of course, start to build bigger spacecraft. Going to have to assign more of the people to the weapons again, so that they have weapon control priorities. So we're gonna have to. We have probably a bit more firepower now. That's good news. I wouldn't actually head for that one. You have 2 people right beside each other. That could get dangerous, because you don't want to get into a fight with two enemies at once. And I'm gonna get into like this. I'm gonna get into a fight with 3 enemies, so I have to run away now. Undoubtedly have to run away. Or I could face these 2. I mean, not really shielded, so I guess I could attempt that. But we do have to turn around first. That could be a disadvantage. Maybe it's just better to disarm them. Well, looks like we're gonna make this without much damage. Thanks to the shields, of course. Actually, no damage. No. 63 credits worth of damage, and that's all in the rear. That makes sense. You can also get additional ships with this button right here. Purchase another ship. That's a bit more difficult in the full game, from what I understood. But having it easy here is pretty nice. Okay, so this is the cannon. So I'm gonna demonstrate what I said earlier. If you blow up the ammo factory here, it's going to cause an explosion at least as big as the reactor core. And the reactor core is right next to it, so it's going to create an even bigger explosion, as you'll see right now. Now everything's exploded. And that's another sector, another planet's worth of enemies done. Which means I'm going to upgrade my spacecraft again. We could get a wider front, but I'd rather just, for this one, I'm going to maintain a small front and I'm going to place the weapons on the side. Just because I haven't done that yet in the entire game. I think that would be fun. Yeah. So there's your weapons on the sides. Means that we will need additional crew again. We're going to also have to expand to the rear a lot. From what I can see here. So that's what I'm going to do. You can just override these parts so you can make a longer spacecraft. So do side shields instead of side weapons. You could do that as well. I mean, there's no issue with that. I'm going to do that then. I don't know. I mean, I guess you have defense then once you encounter enemies from the side. But don't really see the use in that actually. Whatever, I'll try it. Not scared of trying. I'm just using these armor bits right now to just create a bit of a shape in the rear from which I can build the rest of the spacecraft. I'm going to replace the FTL drive as well. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing either. I've barely played this game for like 10 hours and a lot of my spacecraft explode early on. So it's not really ideal when they explode. You can quote me on that. It's not really ideal when they explode, Hojoz 2023. Yeah. That's what I would expect at least. So these point defenses, they're gonna come in handy later on. In the harder difficulty planets, you'll encounter spacecraft which have missiles equipped. And for that you will need countermeasures, and the point defenses are countermeasures to missiles and any other launched objects. Also looks like we're going to need an additional reactor, so may as well just upgrade it to a large reactor. It's going to cost me a chunk of money, but I have a chunk of money, so I don't really care. These bars on the side, by the way, they demonstrate here. The top is for FTL drive efficiency, the middle is for the suggested amount of crew, and the bottom is for the suggested amount of power. So we're gonna need a bit more crew and a bit more of the weapons people. Let's see, 2, 4, 8. Gonna need 8 weapons people. So this is a bunk of 6 people. Convert that to weapons, and now everyone that has to have a weapons thing assigned is assigned a weapons thing. Gonna put the crew here. Oh wow, we actually have a lot of space left here. Maybe I could just put the crew here all at the center and then increase my protection levels. Be adding more armor. Yeah, that looks like that's a thing that can be done. So that's awesome. Gonna have a lot of armor in the rear with this design. Yeah. Oh, we need side thrusters. You can't maneuver without side thrusters. I think that would be rather handy to have maneuvering thrusters. Actually, we're gonna, why not just place them like that. Eats into my FTL drive efficiency a bit, but they are necessary. Hook them up with corridors. Unpause the game. I should probably add more fire extinguishers as well. Because, well, I mean, you have a pretty long spacecraft here, and running towards towards fire extinguishers for the crew, that's just going to delay your response to fire. And that's pretty bad. Because responding to fire is pretty important, especially in space. Yeah. So I have side shields, front shields, no rear shields, 2 large thrusters, huge thrusters even, and I'm going to save this as the stream number 3. And head to the next location. Actually, we could buy a stream number 1 with this amount of money. Should we do that? Not yet. Let's just keep it at 1 spacecraft for now. Going to head to here. Grab a bit of water, because it's rather hot outside right now. It is, let's see. That's such an epic phone. It displays the temperature on the lock screen. It's 27 degrees outside, 27 degrees Celsius. And here in Europe, at such a temperature, all the houses here are built to trap heat and not to have the heat dispensed. So 27 degrees inside an apartment, which is a bit dodgy for getting rid of the heat, is I'm pretty much naked except for underwear. How horrible of me. I haven't actually said anything about my mic quality yet, because it's rather different compared to last time I streamed. That's because I have a new computer and I'm now using my phone, my old phone, as my microphone. Yeah. So it's worse microphone quality, undoubtedly. And there we go. We've encountered a spacecraft. I can actually move probably to the tier 2 to the tier 2 planets, but whatever. I'm staying with tier 1 for now, because you can just earn a bit of money. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned what these things do. The electrobolter. They sometimes disable the electrical systems of your enemy. So, for example, the laser blaster, if I hit that with my electrobolt, it could disable the laser blaster, and then it can't fire at me anymore. That's epic. There we go, that's another one destroyed. You have nearly 80,000. Can make plenty of upgrades with that. I don't know what it is with this weird red fading around my around my field of view. I don't know what that is. I haven't had that before, so I have no idea what that is all about. What that is about. So yeah, these enemies are getting pretty easy now since I've upgraded my spaceship. I should probably move to the next tier. But it would probably be also a good idea to purchase another ship, simply to have it linger around at a planet. just in case this ship gets destroyed, we'll have another ship to fly, and then we can just continue the stream. As opposed to having no spacecraft left and then not being able to continue the stream. Yeah. I'm just looking at this right here. This window here at the top right. So I can see if the side weapons are firing fine, and they are, so that's good to see. 135,000, and I'm gonna engage one more enemy. Oh, we have a bit of damage. I mean, you can see on the bottom left. If things start to color red, that means that they have been completely taken out. So that means you're gonna have to really repair your ship. But it doesn't look like here in the top right we have any fire, so repairing the ship is not really a top priority right now. Destroy the cannon factory. Oh, that's not what I expected to have. Oh, we have a fire. We have a fire. Can we see how it's being handled? Yeah, the fire has been handled. That's great. It's good to see. Repair the ship. 290 credits. It's not really a lot of damage. So I'm going to purchase another stream free. 212. That's just not enough. So I'm going to purchase a stream number 2 instead. And have this just linger around here. And I'm going to travel with this singular spaceship to a professional level, which is the tier up from this. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but someone early in the stream requested me to put 69 on my decals. I mean, it is the internet after all. I'm thinking of making one with a railgun and such. As a second spacecraft. Alright, this is going to be a bit more difficult of an enemy. Because it has more firepower. So I'm going to take out the cannons first, because that's really the danger area. Then the cannon storage can hopefully produce a bit of an explosion. It's not a lot of, not the amount of explosion that I had expected it would create, but what do you do about it? This is the cannon hammer factory, so this is going to cause a good explosion. Okay, so it's a bit of a laser and the it's just a bit of damage. And you see here we have a slight gap in our shields, and that's exactly where all the damage is. Let's go to the next enemy. So these are a bit harder, as you may have seen. Any weapons you'd like to see? Ooh, I've never seen this one before. This could actually be pretty hard, since it has shields in and of itself and a lot of cannons. I'm just aiming to get the cannons out first, because cannons, I mean, they're pretty dangerous actually. They're better than lasers at least. It's immediately turning to have most amount of weapons face me. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good strategy. Maybe I should get the shield here taken out, so I have a way to get into the spacecraft. This is actually a pretty good design. As you can see, the center reactor core is not affected at all by these explosions in the arms. That is a great design. I don't know what what the name of this is, but yeah, it's a pretty good design. Just enjoy me making decisions. I mean, that's the best way to go, isn't it? Because if something bad happens, you can just blame me. After all, I designed the spacecraft. That's smart. That's smart. Yeah. I'm going to expand the size of the spacecraft again. Because we don't have enough spacecraft quite yet, I guess. More shields on the side. Like that. Because then you can add armor. Armor, honestly, for me, it has a design aspect as well. I like to form my spacecraft in a nice shape. Going to place these large thrusters a bit more to the outside. This is going to be a pretty fun spacecraft. Did it again. Yes. We could add missiles. I'm going to add missile launchers. Why the hell not? Missile launchers. Means that we need a missile factory. I don't want that to be close to my reactor core because explosions, and in this case explosions are bad. Not good bad. This is going to be asymmetrical. Ooh! Bonus to production. Yay, bonus to production. I like that. I play games. I like bonuses to production. Ooh, we're going to need a lot more crew than that. Expand the size of the spacecraft more. More size is better, is more answer. What? That doesn't make any sense. Engine room. For better engine performance. We're really understaffed right now. So this is just basically reality simulator right now. Understaffed. That's just the general state of things right now in the world. Fun. Need a lot more crew. A lot more crew. Oh, we're out of money. Fuck. I wasn't paying attention to my money. I'm a bad economist. Oh god. That is not going to be good. And we only have 16 crew because we couldn't deploy the oh no. Impending disaster. Impending disaster. Should we fly this thing into the enemy? Oh no. I'm gonna drop down the safe and just fly it into the enemy. See what happens. This is going to be fun. This is going to be the fun part of the stream. 40 minutes in and we're going to have the fun part of the stream. Wow. Great job. I know. We don't have any way of the crew to get to the back of the... Oh no. That's horrible. It's too much money. Oh no. They can't get to the back. Oh no! The back end of the spacecraft can't get to the engines. That's going to be horrible. I am going to have to get just one missile factory. Yeah. One missile factory. Just one of them, so the crew can get to the back of the aircraft. Spacecraft. That was a horrible decision. Why did I do that? Not smart. Etc. Oh, we can add crew. We can hire crew now. We can hire crew. We can hire crew. Good. Okay, now we're safe. Okay, this is better. Not ideal, but better. Also, I'm going to assign weapons people again. So this 2, 4 weapons people, 8 weapons people, 12 weapons people. So you are now weapons people, and you are now also weapons people. Going to wait a bit so we can get all loaded up and such. Just let the crew do its work. Let everyone get into place. Oh wait. Weapons people. What is your priority on the... No missile factory stuff. And the important bit is manning the missile mine launcher for y'all. So these people are now gonna get replaced by the blue people, hopefully. Yeah, one by one. Right, the other blue people. Blue people, blue people. Okay, that's pretty much all the blue people sorted. I have 16,000 left. Let's see how stream 4 will do. We still don't have we still don't have sensors. Sensors will increase the size of your radar here on the bottom right. We don't have that yet. Ooh, these are a lot of electrobolts. It's all electrobolts. Nate, what are you doing? Also, we have missiles and a lot of fire. Yay! That was easy. That was easy. But we are out of missiles and out of power on some of the things. Why are we out of power on some of the things? Because you can't get in? Mates, power. Power! We need power! Power the things! Why weren't you powering the things? Powering should be like your top priority. I should probably change that in the red shirt. Laser plus supply battery. Supply batteries. And supply batteries. Not operate, but supply is the absolutely key thing for you to do. Because otherwise we have supply chain issues, which again, hello, welcome to reality. There's so much supply issues at work. Here we go, next enemy. It's only 2 standard cannons. I can deal with that easily. Cannon ammo factory. Boom. Cannons are disconnected. I love these missiles. I love missiles. Yay! Who knew? Person that plays Kerbal Space Program likes missiles. What a surprise. What a surprise. There we go. Second missile factories in. I'm going to extend the armor. Just in case you're thinking, wow, she really knows things. No, I don't. I'm just winging it as much as you would. Yeah. I'm going to recline the shield generators a bit to here, so I can add armor there as well. Point defenses. I'm going to add more point defenses. More point defenses is more good. Etc. More point defenses. More point defenses. More point defenses. Like this, your side cannons, your side lasers won't be able to fire to the rear. I know. Also, your crew can't get to the back again. That's bad. Yeah, I know. Now they can again. Yay. This is such a horrific design. It's bad, yeah, it's pretty bad, but it is what I built for this stream. Perhaps I should add more firepower. You can't have enough firepower, trust me. Actually, I'm going to increase the brake thrusters. You may not know this, but braking is an essential part of making sure that you can enter a corner well, or you can stop. Braking is an essential part of stopping. I'm sure that surprised no one. Wow. That is pretty much going to be it. Need more crew. Need more crew. More crew. More crew is more better. 76 people. I guess you can say we are an employer in this galaxy. We also have 65,000 left. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat. This is such a horrible design. Let's take it to the next professional level planet. Smaller reactors instead of big ones to produce time to supply. It's a good question, a good idea. I'll look into it. Also, big reactor is bigger explosion, probably. Small reactor is smaller explosion. So it's probably a good idea. Also, the reactor is near the front of your ship. Yeah. Oh, large cannons. That's not good. I hate large cannons because they do more damage than standard cannons. Ammo factory. No, that's one wing gone. We have a fire in the front of the spacecraft and we're taking a lot of damage. We've taken a lot of damage. I'm going to implement your suggestion immediately. More reactor is more good. More reactor is more good. 9, only 9. I'm going to extend the spacecraft again. Engine room. So I can fit an additional reactor. Medium reactor. Medium reactor. Small reactor. Don't bother returning. It's 8 minutes to Le Mans. Reactor here. Sure. Why not? And then more crew. Yes, more crew. And more armor. More side-to-side movement. Launcher. Move the launcher. Move the everything. That's basically what is going to happen here. More point defense. I'm moving everything forward a bit. Gonna need a bigger reactor again. But you can't afford a bigger reactor. Can't afford that right now. I'm also going to move the shields up a bit. The rear shields. Creating a lot of room inside the spacecraft by doing this. Looks like we don't have a lot of time left. Which is sad. But what do you do about it? Next target approaching right now. There it is. That looks scary. Patrol ship. Now first I'm gonna take care of your cannons. Fire, 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 fire. Fire. Fire in the front of the spacecraft. And we have another target that has approached us. Oh no. This could very well be bad news. This could very well be bad news. Team number 5 is holding up well, but I'm gonna put in more fire suppression in the front. That was scary. And we've taken a lot of damage. Another? Wait. No, that's just the first target. It's just a... It has just a bit of firepower. Okay. There we go. That's finished. That is finished. And now we can repair. 14,000. Oh no. Fire suppression. More fire suppression. Need more fire suppression. In the rear as well. Okay, so we have enough money for a bigger reactor, which is good. Gonna place a large reactor near the engines and a large reactor in the front, and then we can delete the small reactor here. Yay! Bunk beds instead. And I'm going to the FTL drive there, and then instead of more crew. Let's see how many of the blue bunk beds are left. None. So you are now weapons, and you are now weapons. Let's quiet it down a bit. Luckily. Backup thruster. I could probably do with bigger backup thrusters again. Bigger backup thrusters. I just love how cobbled together this thing is, because I've just been building and iterating on it constantly. That is shield generator here. Yep, that's a possibility. And I can then get rid of... Oh, there's a bunk bed there. We can then get rid of those. Put the control room down in a normal direction now. Like that. And then... more fire suppression in the front. More fire suppression in the front. We've been having fire issues a lot. Oh. Do it like that instead. So this is the final iteration, I think. Because it is time for me to go to watch the important race thing. Oh no, now I don't have protection. You don't have protection for the front laser blaster. Hold on, we're not done yet. Shield generator for the front. We're not done yet. I have a lot of fire extinguishers here. Not safe. Just gonna have to add some doors there. Yay! Now the heavy laser is more protected. And I'm going to save it as stream 6. Oh, thank you, control room. Where I'm going to place this. There we go. Control room. This center bit of this spacecraft, if anything reaches it, it's just going to explode the entire thing. Horrific. Absolutely horrific. Yeah. Oh, that'll be it then. Next time, I don't know if I'll stream next time. I mean, as you may have noticed in recent years, I've been quite inconsistent with this whole YouTube thing. But yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. If there actually be a next time. I'm going to watch Le Mans. And it's going to be fun.